here, if he would answer a question and I make comments first. I'm a member of National Council of Women of Canada, and I would like to say on behalf of all Canadians, not just the women of Canada, that we are very, very concerned about our Indian hosts who for my part, were here when my family first came about 150 years ago. Now, I would like to say that we would like to do something to help, but it's a very difficult situation, as you know. But I have a suggestion, and I wonder what he would comment on it. Supposing the Indians in this area become the wealthiest landowners because of the price of land in the whole of Canada, and I think when justice is done, you will be the wealthiest ones in Canada and perhaps in the world. So if you had a considerable amount of money of your own and you had a pilot project, how would you do it? Would you say, well, they've taken away our land and they've got Vancouver? Do like the churches do. Find a place a way out and just beautiful, and you set yourself up with a nice lodge and a habitat for people to come and confer and talk. Second, you call your own people together and you say, now look, they're showing new programs for new Canadians. We're going to have programs for our own Canadians, and we're going to teach them a lot of things. We're going to teach them what it didn't show in the history books, that we have proud background. We're going to tell the stories like the Indians handed down. Some of them compare to Noah and the Ark, and I have some of the stories on tape. I'll give them to you. My brother has collected, told from one generation to another, and they were wonderful people in British Columbia and Canada. They're also very artistic, as we can all see around here. We're immensely proud, and it's nothing that I've done. It's something that the Indians have done, as well as others. Now, when you get them together in your pilot project and your education, teach them how to look after themselves and feed themselves wholesome food. Don't go near the Safeway or all of the other terrible places where processed foods. Teach them never to touch pop or anything you can buy in a can, and start to grow their own little vegetable gardens and teach them how to do that. The Indians started us off with corn and a few other things. And when you've done all that and they all know how to grow their garden and they feed themselves very well, for heaven's sake, come out and teach the rest of the Canadians, because they're slowly spiraling hospital costs till we're just mortgaged right out of our homes with taxes to pay for them, eh? All right, and when they've done that, perhaps you would like to comment on what you think about an aquaculture program to get back the places where they took your places where you naturally caught the ooligans or netted the salmon and say, get the hell out of here. And my mother would pass out if she heard me say that. Get the hell out of here. I'm going to teach my family, excuse me, getting so excited, to start fishing the way we used to do again. We can do it. Some of them are trying to remember the way their aunts and uncles, and they're trying to get back to it. It'll go a lot faster if you have a pilot project and show the rest of Canada how in the world they should be living. Will you answer my question, sir? The question.
Yes,
the question is, how about a pilot project, and have you enough money for one piece of land in some beautiful place? I can mention a few.
I think perhaps if we could, I won't attempt to answer that. I'll ask our panelists. Perhaps if it would be fair for me to summarize that, as I saw somewhere in your question, wondering what the eventual settlement, or perhaps what goals these people have in terms of an eventual land claim settlement. I think the Inuit people have already laid out what they would like to see as a settlement for sharing their land with the rest of Canada. Perhaps we can ask the other two panelists their particular ideas and how they would relate to your particular ideas there. Harry or Bill, anyone? Ask both of you.
Maybe I could add one little comment to that. Don't sit down, it's going to be quick. If you, it's gone plumb out of my head. But if you have the pilot project and growing this garden, start up some booths so we can all buy your organic food. How's about making what you've got already now? I know what I was going to say. Don't be like renters and think, oh, well, it isn't much and I'm not going to be here long. Make your place, just fantastic. Like Findhorn, and show us, what you're really made of. I'm with you,
Okay, could I get Harry and Bill to make a statement about what they see as an eventual land claim settlement and how the food production would fit into this? Harry?
Jesus Christ. I think you're right. Well, anyway, that was good. You confused me completely. I don't know what you wanted me to say. And to conclude my speech, all I can say in response to that is that what Indian people are saying, there are geographic differences, and people are going to have to deal with it as they see fit. And it's not for me to stand up here at any forum and hypothesize or else offer any solutions, because I can't speak for Caslin Colony in Alberta or the Salish band here or the Blood Indians in Alberta or the Ojibwe in Ontario or the Naskapi in Quebec. I can't speak for them. I don't know what they want. But what I'm hearing over the years is that just let Indians be Indians, and they'll take care of the rest. I mean, this garden stuff, and we never planted gardens, my people. I mean, we were a nomadic people in the prairies, the Cree Indians, the Plains Cree, and they hunted buffalo, but we can't go back to that, obviously, because they're in parks now and behind fences. The moose are gone. They're way up in the, there are very few left in the bush, and the deer are disappearing. And there's so many laws that we can't pursue our traditional lifestyles. But to be realistic, if there was a land settlement, an agreement between the Canadian government and the Indian people of Canada, I just have to say again that the people will decide in their own geographic area what they want to do with their land. If they want to plant corn or tomatoes and stuff like that, go ahead. And the Plains Cree will sit and dream about buffalo. We'll have to live on rabbit tracks and snow, I guess. But that's all you can do, is let Indian people be Indians, and they will decide what they want to do with their lives, and not I don't know if the Coast Indians ever planted things. See, you've really confused me. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I think I'm going to sit down and think about it for a while, and I'll go buy some seeds and I'll plant something. Maybe I'll plant some humanity.